Been in Italy before?
I've been to Venice. Last time we went 6 years ago, we did a day in Venice, but that's my experience with Italy. I'm really excited. You know, I just told the team, we grinded them the last 8 days. Like, we've gone pretty aggressive, more than I would even during a preseason, because I felt like we had a finite amount of time with a really big carrot hanging at the end. And now, you know, obviously we're excited about the volleyball, but we're also excited about experiencing a new culture. Only one of the players on the team has ever been to Italy. Only, I think, 3 have been to Europe. So this can be a really cool experience for them, and the bonding with so many new players on the team, for them to get to, you know, spend time with each other and get to know each other, you know, in an intimacy that maybe doesn't happen till September, October, that we're going to get to have now, is really, really exciting.
From the match experience, the training, you know, the extra training you get, and then the culture that you'll experience. Like, in your experience, what have you noticed in terms of the value it has for a team, not only on the season that's upcoming, but their kind of run together as, you know, teammates?
Well, I just think, you know, part of our job as a college coach, and I say that because I think they're student athletes, and that's something that is really important to me as a coach, is we're developing them as people. And part of developing them as people is seeing people that are different than us, right? Like, and so different cultures, I mean, from the nitty gritty, like I told them, they're gonna realize how lucky they are. The professional teams don't play in the gyms that we play in. They don't have the locker rooms that we play in. So, you know, understanding when we're traveling with a group of 35 people, ups and downs, people might get sick, you know, how are we going to navigate all these things? So for me, it's more about the life lessons and building them as people. The volleyball, I think this all is going to help us in the volleyball, but it's bigger than that for me.
Kirsten, what are you most hoping to accomplish out there?
You know, we actually just did a whole exercise with the team on what our goals were, and this was interesting. Almost everyone's goals were, you know, relationship driven. So I think our volleyball big piece has taken place over the last week. I mean, we have worked really, really hard, and they are tired mentally, physically, they're tired. And now it's about building that chemistry that I think is going to help us on the court in the fall.
Can you give us an idea of some of the sites that you guys are going to see and what
I
people are
should
looking
know.
forward to?
Ask them, because, yeah. You know, we're starting in Rome, so we'll see the Colosseum. I know and I'm going blank on the fountain.
The Trevi Fountain.
The Trevi Fountain, thank you. Mm-hmm. We're going to do Florence. We're doing, what's the beach area? What's the name of that again? Cinture. And then we're ending in Maribor, Slovenia. There's a lot of good volleyball there, so we'll end there. We did do that last time we went. Lake Bled is there, and it's gorgeous. So much history. We actually have done, they were put in groups of 3, and so they did about a 15-minute presentation on all the places that we're going, so that they have some history of coming in. We're going to go to Vatican City, which I think is really cool, especially being a Catholic institution. We've got a fair number of Catholics on the team. Did you know that was the smallest country in the world? I did not. You've been there. Like,
I haven't been there, but I did research on it.
Yeah.
Some of the volleyball side of it, for players that maybe have professional aspirations, is this a little bit of an eye-opening trip for them to see kind of maybe what life abroad for an athlete is like?
Yeah, I think absolutely. You know, we're going to be playing professional teams. They, you know, so their interaction, seeing how they play, seeing how the coaches coach. I mean, we just went over today. Their warm-ups are very different. So I think it'll be a great opportunity for those that are considering playing professionally abroad. Now we have some professional teams in the United States, but those that want to go abroad to get a taste of at least play in Italy and Slovenia.
How many matches are you guys going to play, and is it all professional teams that you play against?
Yeah, we're playing 5 matches as of now. They've had some hiccups because it's over a holiday there, so it's still a little bit fluid. I think it sounds like the teams in Slovenia will be a higher level than the ones in Italy, but I think all of them are going to be high-level volleyball teams.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Norah's back with you guys. You know, what's it been like today, and talking to her about her experience?
Well, Norah, if you know Norah, she's the most upbeat human you'll ever meet. She finds the good in every situation, and I think she absolutely loved her experience. And they had some hiccups. You know, they went to Anaheim, and when they got to Mexico, the teams were delayed for 2 days. A good portion of them got stuck in Mexico City because of that huge volcano. I think some of the teams had to bus for 38 hours to get there. They did not. But she absolutely loved it. But she kept in great contact while we were here. I think she said, I have FOMO for not being here, but I'm so excited where I am. So, but to do what she did, I mean, she was a dominant player for that team. And then obviously win another gold medal, I think, is an experience that will, last a lifetime.
Have you seen her benefit from these experiences previously, and how maybe you can continue to help her as a player?
I think where I've seen it, it's Norah is a really humble and modest kid, and as much as we would say her freshman year, Norah, you're really good, like really good. I think it took these experiences for her. I mean, she would still never say it, but I think she is realizing, hey, I do have a future in volleyball after my 4 years at Creighton. If that be with the national team or professionally, kind of what she wants to do. But I think these experiences have opened her eyes to like, hey, I want to work really hard to be the best that I can be.
Kirsten, what are you seeing from your new additions to this point?
No buyer's remorse, which I always think that's really good, right? Like they're all great. I think we add a lot of everything. We've got a setter, a libero, and then several hitters, and they've all been fantastic. I think some of them will have a chance to contribute early. I think we're going to have some dog fights for positions, which is going to be hard. But I think these opportunities in Europe for everyone to kind of get some playing time. You don't usually get that in the fall. You kind of go with what's in practice and you roll with it. And if someone's struggling, maybe other people are going to get opportunities. But this will give it's kind of, I'm going to treat it kind of like the spring. I may have a starting lineup, but everyone's going to get on the court some. So I think that'll be fun for all the newbies.
I think I'm really just excited about the experiences. Just like I said, like being a part of a program that focuses more on the experience versus the volleyball. Like we just, busted our butts for 10 days, and we're exhausted. We're ready to enjoy the food and I'm really excited for Rome, personally, like the history, all that that kind of aspect of it, but just being with my teammates too and spending time with them. I think we've got a really, really unique and tight-knit group, so spending more time with them in another country will be really, really fun. So.
What did you make of Nora's performance at the Pan American?
She's average, No, I'm just kidding. She's like my best friend. She's the hardest working person in every gym that she goes into, and I think none of us doubt that she's going to perform and execute at every level that she's at. And I think it's just really cool to see someone part of your team that you're in the gym with every day go and do those things, and then come back and be part of your team again. I think that just excels our program and our team. So I'm really proud of her, and she's just a better human than she is volleyball. So yeah, we're proud of her.
What you gained from being out there?
Yeah, it was awesome. A lot different than last year. I think I went in with it was nice to have experience and to know a lot of the girls and to know the head coach. I just kind of had a different approach. I think I was more confident going in and kind of knew what to expect. But I loved it. The girls are awesome. Coaches are awesome. It's really nice to get to have a different set of eyes on you, kind of pointing out things that maybe like my coaches that have been coaching me for a while don't necessarily see, so that's always nice. Just amazing to play with like the best of the best and against people like that is awesome.
What do you feel like is translatable that you've noticed now in your experiences with it, going from the international game to back to the college game that you translate into training and matches?
Yeah. I don't know. The pace of the game is a lot different internationally, I've noticed. They just, not that it's like slower or faster, it's just kind of different. Like a lot of them have topspin serves. A lot of the sets are higher, so maybe slower. Like pin hitter sets are a lot higher. They just hit a lot differently, I noticed. I can't really explain how, but it is different. So it's really cool to just see that and kind of have to adjust on the spot. It's good training.
You talked about different eyes on you and some tips. Like, what are, not necessarily specifically, but generally speaking, what do you think you gain from these experiences?
Like technically?
Either technically or mentally approach that sort of thing as well.
I think it's really cool because the head coach is from Pitt, the other two coaches are from other colleges, but they're all training as a head, like as a senior national team would train. So they take like what the USA coaches are teaching and they train that for us. So they don't teach, like he doesn't coach how he coaches at Pitt necessarily. It's kind of USA based, which is really cool to kind of get that experience. Yeah, that's like the main thing.
Is it crazy to you as a kid from Papio?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to build really tight relationships with our team. I feel like this is an experience that, I mean, you only get once in your 4 years, that we get this extra preseason, and on top of that, like, we get to experience really cool things out of the country, which is amazing. They've all obviously been training the last week and a half or 2 weeks, and so I'm excited to just get to know everyone on a personal level. Yeah, just a really awesome opportunity. We're excited to, we've all kind of talked about just like being where our feet are and enjoying it, more than just the volleyball aspect, but more of like the cultural aspect and just getting to see kids that we've never seen before.
In terms of the type of season you may end up having, coming up this fall, it just seems like the leadership structure of the team is like it's a lot of new faces ready to assume those roles, as opposed to having Jayla, Keely, Allison, Jazz be those players for you last year. How important is this trip to build, I guess, the type of trust you're going to have to build in order to know who needs to say what when this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think it'll be really great for us. I think a lot of trust in teams comes more from off-the-court experiences, so I think that'll be really big. We do have really good senior leadership already, but yeah, just seeing so many new faces and people willing to step up in different roles, whether it's vocal leadership or leading by example, will be fun to see.
Anything else?
Been from, I guess, finishing up at Rice to jumping into a new program and trying to find your footing there.
Yeah, it's been really good. I think that this foreign trip has been an amazing opportunity to be able to work with the coaches and get with the girls right away. So I've loved being able to move in right away with some of my teammates and then just practice like we would be in the fall. So I think that's awesome compared to the alternative, which would have been coming in, just doing workouts, maybe some open gyms. So I think that this foreign trip has been an amazing opportunity for me just to get settled and meet all the girls and get really comfortable with everyone.
What are you looking forward to over there? Is there any specific places or things that you want to see?
I'm actually really excited for Slovenia. I've been to Italy before, so obviously I'm excited to go back and see all that again, but Slovenia is going to be a new place for me and it looks beautiful, so I'm really excited to take that all in and experience it with all my teammates. Yeah.
What have the past few days of practice been like, just trying to find your spot, gel with everybody?
Yeah. It's honestly been easier of a transition than I thought, which has been really awesome. The setters have been great and the coaches have been great. Like, we've been working things out. So it hasn't been too bad at all. And I feel like these past couple days especially, like, we've all been meshed together really well. And I think that just grinding out these past week or a week and a half or so together has been really great.
Anything else?